Honorable Bhagwan. Honorable Bhagwan.
B72.
Madam Speaker, I'm informed that as per the request for proposal for the enlistment of services for the design and construct contractor for the Metro Express project, provision had been made for the contractor to carry out impact assessments and to propose remedial or mitigation measures according to European standards in respect of relevant environmental parameters. Environmental management and sustainability requirements had been subsequently incorporated in the conditions of the contract to ensure that the contractor complies with these obligations for this project. The contractor is required inter alia first to acquire all relevant environmental approvals from government authorities prior to commencing works on sites. Second, to seek approval from Metro Express Limited for environmental offsets to be allocated within the QPIP to Portwist corridor, where environmental offsets are required pursuant to approval from government authorities. Third, to develop, implement and maintain an environmental management system for the works, an environmental management plan, a draft operation and management environmental plan for future operation and management activities consistent with the contractor's environmental management system, a sustainability plan for the works and draft sustainability plan for future operation and maintenance activities, a live environmental risk register and environmental incident management procedures for the works linked to the environmental management system, and site-specific environmental and sustainability inductions, training and awareness campaigns. The environment management plan should be approved by Metro Express prior to starting works. I wish to highlight that though the Metro Express project had been delisted from the list of undertakings requiring an EIA under Section 96, subsection 1 and 2A of the Environmental Protection Act 2002, for reasons of celerity and effectiveness, government decided that an EIA should be carried out to ensure that all mitigating measures are taken. This task has been entrusted to the Singapore Corporation Enterprise. Madam Speaker, with regards to part A of the question, I'm informed that the Singapore Corporation Enterprise has submitted its report in February 2018. The EIA covered the most important environmental parameters, namely socio-economic aspect, noise and vibration, air quality, geotechnical soils and contamination, hydrology and surface water, utility services, heritage, and ecology. Madam Speaker, I have been advised that the EIA prepared by the SCE is a benchmark and contains a checklist of measures as well as monitoring regime for the contractor to be assessed against. Larsen Toubro has acknowledged and confirmed that the recommendations of the EIA report will be incorporated in the design and construction environmental management program insofar as they are within the scope of the employer's requirements. Further, the SCE has confirmed that the contractor Larsen Toubro has generally adequately addressed the relevant environmental impacts as a result of its construction and project activities. Should there be any limitations, they would be identified and further recommendation will be provided in the EIA for the contractor to take into account in its environmental management and planning. Madam Speaker, as regards to part B of the question, I wish to inform the House that the implementation of the project has reached 12%, as reported at the second Joint Project Monitoring Committee held on the 19th of March 2018. Acquisition and handover of land. Of the 103 structures and land to be handed over to the contractor for the priority corridor, 90 have already been handed over, and on the 7 construction sites are being handed over to the contractor. 5 locations have already been also handed over. 5% of the earthwork has been completed. Utility diversion and traffic management is being monitored on a weekly, I would say rather on a daily basis. Geotechnical investigation, topographical survey, traffic and noise vibration surveys have been completed. Utility diversion works of CB have started as from the first week of February. Design submittals, preliminary design submittals are in progress. Alignment, stations, viaducts, depot observations have been communicated. And establishment of project office at Phoenix, workers' colony at Richelieu, precast yard at Berkeley are in progress. Preliminary works, excavation works, and initial preparatory works like barricading have started at various sites. Madam Speaker, as regards to part C of the question, the Singapore Corporation Enterprise is presently reviewing legislation, in fact what we will call the Railway Act, the Railway Bill, pertaining to the operation of the metro project, and will propose legislations and regulations as required regarding noise and vibration.
Being given the importance of the project, the Minister has not said whether the EIA report will be made public, at least the inhabitants. The project is being done in full opacity. Madam Speaker, I would ask the Minister whether he has taken cognizance, he has been there, even to go there at night, of the chaotic situation. I'm not, I would say, not but bluffing, the chaotic situation prevailing at the entrance of Ozil, Vandermeesch Street, going down to Beau-Bassin. Constant drilling, pollution, lack of lighting causing road accidents. People are not having water for 3 days. 4 days, even 4 days. I pass to friends and I pass over streets. Can the Minister from the House and the constituents of the constituency number 19, unfortunately we have a Deputy Prime Minister and a Vice Prime Minister, and number 20, my good friends, whether he intends to tackle the situation because Vandermeesch Street has become a danger and a nightmare, not only to the inhabitants of Rosil, but the whole population going there.
Madam Speaker, in view of the complexity of the works and the number of chantiers that are on at the same time, I understand that there has been some problems. But we have a committee sitting on a daily basis, chaired by the Mayor of Beau-Bassin Rosil, together with the TMRSU, the RDA, the CWA, the CEB, Larsen Toubro, and rights to address this issue. I have been there myself a few times. The Deputy Prime Minister has been there. The Vice Prime Minister has been there. Madam Speaker, when we had the wastewater project, which was only the laying of pipes as wastewater, we had a huge hassle for the population. But this is a massive problem. I understand what the Honourable Member is doing. In fact, we are planning with the Deputy Prime Minister and the Vice Prime Minister to go there and to go on site and to see to it that problems are addressed and mitigating measures are taken. Whether, I think regarding the water shortage was due to the leakage in one of the pipes, which has been remedied. The lighting, I have paid particular attention, of course, because with the barricades we are having blind corners. I have addressed this issue with the TMRSU and the RDA, but this is an ongoing site of works, and we'll have to, on a daily perspective, manage all the issues, and we will see to it with the Deputy Prime Minister and the Vice Prime Minister, we see to it that mitigating measures are taken.
Madam Speaker, only words, no action, unfortunately, my good friend. Would the Minister agree, he won't be agreeable, in view of the prevailing chaos and the failure of the coordination committee, what I'm stating, the failure of the coordination committee presided by the Mayor to attend urgencies as promised, that government through him will review the operation of the committee, and I consider myself being given the importance of the project, the problems which are arising, the Minister himself should have chaired that committee, and is calling all these authorities, at least take them to task and at least have the work and corrective measures be effected. The Mayor won't be able to take this.
Don't make statements.
I know what I'm saying.
Yes, you was your question.
I personally chair a meeting every Monday for the proper planning of the whole site, all the site of works. And the Deputy Prime Minister has been, I think he has chaired one of the meetings in the municipality, the Vice Prime Minister. But I'm giving my word to the Honourable Member that I will personally, together with the to constituent members. We will go there and see to it that mitigating measures are taken. We understand that this is a huge project and it is an embarrassment. We have huge disturbance of life, of traffic, of the way people move. And we will see to it that the committee gives the proper results, and I will look into the matter personally.
Honorable Usman Mohammed.
Speaker, my question pertains to the hydrology, as stated earlier, stemming from the impact assessment report. Can I ask the Honourable Minister what mitigating measures are being taken as regards to flooding? Because the trajectory of the train will be prone to flooding. We've witnessed it over the last 3 months. Now that the train is at grade level, that the operation of the train is not impeded at heavy rainfall time during the year?
Well, that will require a specific answer. It depends on, I think we have the issue of hydrology over the whole itinerary, the whole tracé. Now, if I have a specific question as regards to hydrology problems, I can then come forward and say what are the mitigating measures which are being proposed in that particular area.
Next question, Honorable Bhagwan. Honorable Bhagwan, next question. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Please, Honorable Amos. Please sit down, Honorable Amos. Please sit down. Would you please sit down? Let me just remind honorable members that the relevance of questions and the number of questions which are being asked by honorable members, it remains the authority of the Speaker. And I have to find out, please, silent. It is the authority of the Speaker as to the relevance and to the amount of question which is being asked. And it is up to the Speaker to decide whether a question has been sufficiently canvassed. It is according to the standing orders, and I can quote you the standing order if you want. Just go to Standing Order 26.1, and you will see that Standing Order 26.1 is very clear on this issue. Honorable members have been in this House for 3 years now, and honorable members should know by now that they should give an equal opportunity to all of the members whose questions are on the agenda that the questions come. No more questions. I have passed on to the next question.